At 77, Jackson Browne finally speaks with clarity and candor about the people and moments that shaped his life, including the long-misunderstood story of Randy Meisner. Born Clyde Jackson Browne on October 9, 1948, in Heidelberg, Germany, Browne entered the world already connected to history as the son of a U.S. Army serviceman. His family later relocated to Los Angeles, where he grew up amid the cultural upheaval of Southern California in the late 1950s and 1960s. Surrounded by folk music, early rock and roll, and emerging countercultural ideals, Browne absorbed influences that would later define both his songwriting and his activism. Even as a teenager, he showed an uncommon sensitivity to language and melody, writing songs with emotional depth far beyond his years. By his late teens, his talent had drawn attention from elite musical circles, leading to collaborations with rising songwriters and a brief stint with the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. His song These Days, written at just 16 and recorded by Nico in 1967, revealed a rare ability to express adult regret and introspection with startling authenticity. The early 1970s marked Browne's rise as a central figure in the singer-songwriter movement. His self-titled debut album in 1972 introduced a deeply personal voice shaped by folk traditions and West Coast rock, while songs like Doctor My Eyes and Rock Me on the Water established him as an artist unafraid of emotional vulnerability. Albums such as For Every Man and Late for the Sky deepened his reputation, exploring love, loss, responsibility, and the uneasy transition from youthful idealism to adult reality. Tragedies soon reshaped his life when his first wife, Phyllis Major, died by suicide in 1976. The loss devastated Browne and echoed through albums like Late for the Sky and The Pretender, which captured sorrow, disillusionment, and perseverance while examining the compromises of adulthood beneath outward success. Commercial success peaked with Running on Empty in 1977, a groundbreaking album recorded largely on the road. Instead of studio polish, it documented life in motion, hotel rooms, backstage moments, and the emotional toll of constant touring. Songs like the title track, The Loadout, and Stay resonated deeply, cementing Browne's status as a defining cultural voice. As the political climate shifted in the 1980s, his music evolved as well. Increasingly outspoken about social justice, environmental issues, and human rights, Browne used albums like Lives in the Balance to address war, foreign policy, and moral responsibility. Though divisive to some critics, his activism became inseparable from his identity as an artist. In later decades, Browne continued to release critically acclaimed work, including The Naked Ride Home and Time the Conqueror, reflecting a mature voice shaped by reflection, accountability, and resilience. His weathered vocals added lived-in wisdom that resonated deeply with longtime fans. In 2016, he reunited with the Eagles at the Grammy Awards to perform Take It Easy in tribute to Glenn Frey, transforming a familiar song into a quiet farewell filled with history and loss. Even into the 2020s, Browne remained creatively active, releasing Downhill from Everywhere, an album that spoke calmly and honestly about a changing world without chasing trends or nostalgia. Browne's personal life mirrored the intensity of his music, marked by love, tragedy, and emotional complexity. He was married twice and became the father of 2 sons. His first son, Ethan Zane Browne, was born in 1973 and appeared with him on the cover of Rolling Stone in 1974, symbolizing the balance between fame and fatherhood. Decades later, tragedy returned when Ethan died in 2025 from a drug overdose. Browne later married Lynn Sweeney, with whom he had his second son, Ryan, who would pursue music himself. Though that marriage ended, Browne continued to form meaningful relationships and remained deeply committed to environmental activism and social causes. Now, with time and distance, Browne speaks honestly about Randy Meisner, the Eagles' original bassist and one of rock's most vulnerable voices. He describes Meisner as a gentle soul whose high, aching tenor exposed emotional truths few singers dared to reveal. Songs like Take It to the Limit, Browne insists, came at a personal cost that many failed to understand. According to Browne, Meisner wasn't weak or undisciplined, he was overwhelmed by being asked to turn pain into performance night after night. Browne recalls how Meisner struggled within the band's confrontational atmosphere, internalizing conflict rather than fighting back. Walking away, Browne believes, was not failure but survival. Looking back, Browne acknowledges that the music industry of the 1970s celebrated excess while ignoring emotional fallout. He reflects with regret, admitting that artists lacked the language and compassion to truly support one another. Yet above all, Browne insists that Meisner's legacy is one of honesty and vulnerability. To him, Randy Meisner was not a cautionary tale, but a reminder that sensitivity is a strength, even when the world mistakes it for weakness. In telling this truth, Browne offers not only a reassessment of Meisner's life, but a gentler understanding of an era that too often confused toughness with greatness.